Hey guys, so we're here at the Gunsight mine site, and we're gonna see what we can do. We're gonna do some exploring here. Jeff's given us some pretty great geology lessons, talking about the nice formations that are here and all the different types of rocks that have come through this area, how they formed and all that. So it's super interesting to be able to listen to all that. So we'll see how it goes. We'll keep going. We'll be heading underground probably in the next 20 minutes or so. And right now we're going to go up, and there's a nice building here that we're going to look at and shoot a little bit of video. Anyway, stick with us. We're having a good time. Let's see if we can get the crew.
Basically 3 types of rocks that make up the composition of these mountains. And you can see them all over the place here. Of course, you got basalt, which is a ferromagnesium silicate. There's really nothing in it, but we'll go into more detail about this because you can get gold from this after it's gone through a lot of metamorphic processes. You got a lot of this nasty stuff, which is limestone. This stuff will cut you to ribbons if you fall on it. And it's a sedimentary rock. And mine we're going to was cut into this, which is nice. It's a metamorphic rock, and it can come from either an igneous rock like granite being compressed, or it can be the final stages of schist being compressed and heated. So I'm going to say in this case it was granite that's been compressed, and a lot of the gold is coming from this. I don't think this is a powder shack.
Nope, don't think
It
so.
has a stovepipe on it. Jeff, what's the purpose of... I go, finish him. Oh yeah, katana.
This is the upper ore bin for the Gunsight mine, and we're going to get a closer look at it here in just a couple minutes. Look at that. That thing is a monster. It's probably the biggest ore bin I've ever seen. It is an absolute monster. Can you imagine the amount of work that went into building that thing? Even just the design of it would have been pretty interesting to watch an engineer sit down and design how that was all going to work and all the structural loads and stuff like that. Those old guys were smart. You can't ever take it away from them. They really knew what they were doing. Pretty cool stuff, huh? Let's see how you like that. What we're going to see right here is a ton of pressure. Because if you look right here, that's where it's starting to break. Same thing over in here. And this one obviously has given way. So it's just a matter of time before this is all going to give in, and then this will be lost. So enjoy it while it's here, guys.
Mostly silver, and you had a lot of gleaming here, and you had a lot of silver. So, and you can see some copper in here.
Little column where they're keeping the back up. And look at all those stalls. And this is going down at about 40 degrees.
It's like 40% copper.
Gets a little bit ugly down here, but we're going to see what we find out. Anyway, stick with us. Super interesting stuff. And as we continue down, look at that. It's a little bridge right here where it's above the level of the stope, and it just keeps going down. So we're going to keep chasing this. We're going to have to see what we can do, and let's go see what we can find. Fun time exploring. It's still a little hot and muggy down here, but not too bad. Where we just came from.
Maybe there's some ore in it.
All that. And
It's
then right
all
down
this
here.
stuff is so soft on the back.
Yeah, you can see how it's
peel
just
off.
crumbling.
Yeah.
And so they've shored this all up, which isn't real comforting. But then below us, there's what looks to be a monster of a stope. So we may be just like right at the end of something from another level. So I think we're gonna keep working down, see where we get.
Who drinks beer and goes in a mine?
And look at that, you can see right through this stall.
Peekaboo. Ooh, yeah.
And it's holding up a big old chunk. So this is what we get to see.
Continues to hold up that big old
Yeah, I hope it holds it up at least for another couple hours. Okay, so Jeff's heading down. He's going to go ahead. He's taking the lead on this one. He's going to go down and see if there's anything worth we're seeing down here. We're probably, what, 150 feet below level? Maybe a little bit more. These doggone inclines are just bears because you keep going and going and going and going. We've got the other two of the crew. They're up above us a little bit. We just want to find out if it's worth even coming down here. So here goes Jeff. Anyway, we'll just keep taking you along. We'll see where we get. Okay, so it turns out there's nothing down there. It goes down. There's kind of goes a little drift one direction, and that's pretty much it. So it's not worth us all climbing down there. Jeff's already headed back up. I'll be heading up after him. So probably this is the last operational level they had. There's some track down here. Obviously there's stoping above us because they got the ore chute. Pretty good size chute. There's some little offshoots where they blasted back in there. This one they just threw a bunch of timber and stuff. You'll see that a lot in these mines where they'll pick a little, just a little drift like that. They'll blast it back 8, 10, 12 feet, and then they'll just throw all the crap in it. So that's pretty common. Anyway, I'm going to put the camera away and get ready to head back up. It's going to be a long haul back to the main working level, but we're having a pretty good time. So anyway, we'll see when we get a little bit further up. I need 2 hands to go up this ladder. So as you can tell, it's not exactly in the best shape. Maybe just a little bit of ore right there. That's kind of what they were probably chasing. Anyway, look at that. That's just an ore car that's tumbled down here and crashed, basically. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to start up the hill. So here's the other side of the winch. Of course, the motor would have been mounted on that. Back then, it might have been a fuel engine. I don't see a lot of exhaust, so probably wasn't. Big water tank right here. Of course, that's the back side of that large drum hoist. It is sad that's been knocked over, but it's been that way for a long time. I came here years and years ago, and it was still knocked down like that. So neat to see, though. Can you imagine they would have had to haul that big thing all the way across the desert, up the hill, all the way back in here, get it mounted up? Just boggles my mind every time I see this stuff, just how much work they had to do to get this stuff to work. Now, as we come back around here, that's the incline that we just came up. So it goes down a long way. I would say close to 200 feet, I think I would guess, to the bottom. So it's a pretty long climb down there. Some of it has ladders, some doesn't. This dumps into that same stope. You probably might be able to even see the crew coming up the ladder right there. I came up first because I'm usually the slowest. So I come up and then they hang out, look around, and yeah, look at that. So they would have been stoping up there. All the ore would have crashed down into this bin, and then they would have trammed it out. And here's the big one. Yet another stope that fed into that same area that we were just in. So all of this just goes down and down and down. And so if we look here, it's pretty obvious what they were looking for. They were hunting for all of this stuff. A lot of mineralization in here. The specific ore that they were pulling out of here, I don't know. because they had a lot of zinc in here, but this doesn't really look like zinc ore. So, but they were pulling this out and they were processing it. So it's interesting stuff. It's fun to see. And of course they have to leave some of these pillars. Otherwise the entire thing comes down. So they would leave pillars like this, even if there was ore in it, to provide structure to the mine. Anyway, let's see what else we can find.
Clark.
Hey,
Oh, I like Roy Clark.
I do too. And Slim Pickens.
I was a fan of Roy Clark. So Christopher's trying to go up the hill. He's finding out what it's like to be a YouTuber. One hand on the camera,
I'm about to lose my radio.
one hand on the camera, one hand on the
people watching
on
are
the
loving
ladder.
that.
See that rock?
This
right
is my
there?
crotch.
Okay.
Check it out, brother. Punk show, brother.
All I can say is a little bit gentle on the rungs.
A little gentle. Yeah, step to the outside of the rungs.
Yep, foot to the outside.
Shit. Blacked out.
Yep. Don't worry, I do it all the time.
All right, you want me to come get it?
No.
No.
All right.
You want it for communication?
No, I'll just holler.
We may or may not be able to hear you from up there.
Okay.
It's hard to
just gotta
tell.
Figure out I was putting that on my belt.
There you go.
You know, I think we need to get some of those pouches, Jeff, with the lanyards on them.
I'm climbing up the county.
All right.
It's not that far.
No.
I could run up the thing. All right. Send the young ones in first.
Wedge. Oh yeah, it's just when they move it.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
just
shut
let me
this
know
off.
if it's worth it.
All right.
Hey guys, we had a great weekend. Can't believe what it's like. Absolutely beautiful out here. Up and down ladders, down into stopes. Got to see stuff. And what we learned is there's so much more to see. We're gonna have to be coming back out here. The back is healed up, knees healed up. I'm good to go. These guys ran me ragged.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, thanks a lot. Till next time, see you later.
See you later.
What I'm gonna do is turn you around, let you see a beautiful picture of this valley. Thanks so much for joining us. Can't say that enough. Anyway, take a look. If you've never been to Death Valley, this is what you're missing. So what I want to do is talk just a little bit about a drawing that's coming up. When the channel gets to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to have a drawing to give away these 2 books. We have Drills and Mills, and we have The Mining Camps Speak. So when we get to 1,000, I'm giving these 2 away.